Welcome to Automation Learning. Here you will learn basics of RS-232 communication protocol. Serial communication classified based on clock signal synchronization. Synchronous and asynchronous communication. Synchronous communication use clock signal to synchronize data. Example are SP, I2C, CAN, LIN. Whereas asynchronous communication use start and stop bit. Example are RS-232, RS-422, RS-485, Modbus, UART. Data transmission can simplex, half-duplex and duplex. Synchronous and asynchronous serial interface can be simplex, half-duplex and duplex. RS-232 is an asynchronous serial protocol. Use start, stop bit to signify the beginning and end of data sent. RS-232 is used in data exchange between computer and peripheral device. RS-232 uses point-to-point connections, which means it can have only one device connected to each port. It defines the serial communication using DTE, data terminal equipment, and DCE, data communication equipment, signals. Data is exchanged in binary form. There are specific standards defined for RS-232 communication. Electrical, mechanical and functional. Electrical standard is subdivided in voltage level or logic level, slew rate, line impedance, short circuit tolerance, fail-safe signals, mode of operation, baud rate, logic state. Mechanical standard is subdivided in pin identification and plug-in connectors. Functional standard is subdivided in circuit function. Here are little overview of each standard. Voltage level or logic level. It defines the voltage level and logic state, which is in range of -25 to 25 V. There are two logic state, signal and control. In signal logic state, logic 0 represent 3 to 25 volt. Logic 1 represent -3 to -25 volt. -3 to 3 volt represent transition period. In control logic state, on state represent voltage are between 3 to 25 volt. Off state represent voltage are between -3 to -25 volt. Next is slew rate. It is change of output voltage with respect to time. Max allowable slew rate is 30 V microseconds, which slows down rise and fall time and reduces the crosstalk. Crosstalk is interference in communication. To maximize the voltage transfer between the transmitter and receiver, impedance between transmitter and the receiver is in range of 3 kilo ohms to 7 kilo ohms. Circuits must be able to withstand indefinite short circuit to ground voltage up to 25 volts. 3 signal RTS, DTE, DCE should attain its default state during failure. RS-232 work on two wires. One wire transmits changing voltage and another wire is ground. Baud rate is the number of binary bits transferred. Commonly used baud rate are 1200, 4800, 9600, and 115200. The baud rate must be same at both sides. There are some rules when signal changes its state from 0 to 1 or 1 to 0. During signal transition from positive to negative or vice versa, signal state must only move through the transition region with less than 8 millisecond. Here is mechanical standard plug-in connector overviews. For RS-232, DB9 and DB25 connectors are used, which are D-shaped. Here is pin configuration of DB9 connectors with pin description. Out of all pin, 3 pins are enough for data transmission, that are 2, 3, and 5. Here is pin configuration of DB25 connectors. Functional standard defines the functions of different signals that are used in the interface. Here shows the common signal with pin number used. Here are details description of DB9 pins, its use, function and description. Here are details description of DB25 pins, its use, function and description. To send and receive the information without loss of data, it is necessary to maintain good communication between the transmitter and receiver. Handshaking is required. Handshaking is process of interchanging information signals between the sender and receiver effectively. Hardware handshaking use physical wires to manage data transmission. Software handshaking use commands like XON, XOFF within data stream. Application of RS-232. Embedded systems for debugging, serial communication between computer and peripherals, CNC controllers, modems, PC-COM interfacing. Here is PC-based software for RS-232 communication. Here is embedded-based software for RS-232 communication. Here is analysis software for RS-232 communication. At last, overview of RS-232 communication. RS-232 is serial communication standard for data exchange between two devices. Commonly used between PCs, microcontrollers etc. Here are some key features of RS-232 communication. At last, thanks for the time and watching. Hope you have got some basic learning of RS-232 communication. Like, share, and subscribe if you have liked the content.